Should I? Do I share to Twitter? To Twitter, really? Nah. How many followers on Twitter, man? What do we title this? Our title, what do we... Let's go. There we go. I probably wrote that 100 times. So let's post that. Let's see if we get a phone call today. Man. So, we're going to continue this. Excuse me. Alright, yeah, cough 1 second into, what, 20 seconds in? That's what everybody wants to hear, right? I gotta get this mute button hooked up, that way I'm not... See, here's a problem I run into. If I got a cough or sneeze or anything, you name it. Alright. I gotta switch this off or that one over there, which you can't see. And the problem is, most of the time it links back up. I mean, like 75–80% of the time it'll link back up. But that other percentage, it won't. So yeah, that's definitely not a good time. We're gonna get a mute button hooked up so we can stop flipping switches. I just need to build a case, and actually I already have the mute button made. I have it with 3.5mm ends for like a headphone. We did that, but yeah, and it's like a simple on. Now granted, a mute button, your traditional one, I don't think they're lock in, lock out. I think it's a push muted, and when you release, the sound should come back out. But this one actually is push on, push off. So it's both ways. You gotta push it. Got it built, just need a casing for it, and I'm gonna change the ends. I don't need 3.5mm. I need, oh boy. What do I need? I need for 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch, or 6.5mm to 6.5. So let's continue with this thing. I did want to show you over here today. I did this for everybody, but as you can see, we'll take me out of the equation. I don't know if we have a bad HDMI cable, and I don't have another one long enough to reach over to the streaming setup. The HDMI cable that I have is basically not like any one that I've seen before. It's got your normal HDMI ends, but it's super skinny, like a USB wire. Did that not wake back up? It did, it just didn't wake up as far as OBS is concerned. Let's find out. So yeah, not that we're going to use that. It looks horrible jumping around. It gives me a headache looking at it. So we'll flip off of that. We are, however, going to run over, retrieve our hard drive. It did scan and repair the hard drive. Is it going to boot? Certainly not. And why I brought our all-in-wonder in on the KVM was we were going to do the data backup there, but seeing how it's strobing around like that and prone to I don't want to affect anybody. We will plug the hard drive into my computer and attempt to do a backup, and hopefully not lock up the machine that we're streaming from. Yeah, no, risky, dumb, lots of stuff, but hey, I'm game for trying it out. What do you say, people? What do you say? Alright, let's get rid of some of these phones. We don't need them in the near vicinity. We'll put them over with the camera just in case. We brought the 8-bit though controller and the adapter for it. If all else fails and we get hit by a storm of dumb, we're gonna play some video games and pretend that counts as getting something done. Oh. Alright, so this thing has been troublesome. Yes, very, very, very troublesome. Okay, so nobody was aware, any of the wiser. Now, what did you hear? Okay, let's go here and I can show you. Do you actually hear anything? Is anything audible when I mute this? And now it's not muted. So I do have a way to mute the output, but it's on a small touch screen, and touch screens aren't the best when you have gloves on. However, maybe we'll try that. We'll keep that up. I can still see my levels in OBS on the audio interface. Yeah, we'll try that. We got a mute button there. We don't have to mess around building one. Alright, we're going to get the hard drive back into this for now, and I don't have a camera to come over here other than the black screen cam. We're going to go on to the LCD. Hello, whoever you are out there in the chat. Unless it's me. I always think it's me. I don't know how this stuff works, but we're going to take a moment and Google it. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so I have two differing opinions from two different people. And one says that if you're on your dashboard, your live dashboard, while streaming, that it counts as a viewer, and then the other guy says no, it's not, that he's seen 0 on his view counter plenty of times, and I can agree with that 100%. I've seen a big fat 0 on my view counter lots of times. Okay, and the view count on the archive stream when uploaded to your channel indicates how many different people tuned into your stream. Yeah, see, that's the data that I've collected, goes along with what this guy's saying. Anyhow, it don't matter. Alright, let's flip over so you can get a shot of the the dashboard. We'll take that out of the way. Alright, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't even know that I have what I need on this computer. I should. Alright, so what we're gonna do, same problem that I run into every time I run out of USB ports. Okay. I'm trying something a little different today too. Still coughing, not from this, but we're trying something a little different. We got the e-juice out and a vaporizer. bad news at the doctor. They told me smoking was bad for my health, so. Do I have something newer I can copy this from? That would be really excellent if I do. I don't want to wait a few minutes while we do it from USB 3, and then we'll get started on this. Alright, my Lexar drive. Let's see how long this takes. 1.67 gigs. Oh. We do, here, while we're on this cam, before we get too distracted, we do have to reassemble one here, and we're going to clear these two out and get them out of the door, out the gate, away from here. They're done. This just needs reassembled. We've got through. Now, granted, yes, you should be able to plug your laptop in and not have the power cut from it. And you can do that with both of these, but when you're bumping into the AC adapter plug where it goes into the DC jack to power your computer, you're bumping into that and it breaks contact for even a brief moment. It's going to cut power. This person don't have a battery and this one's battery don't work, so they're getting batteries that will charge up and hopefully not be banging into their AC adapter end so much anymore, because eventually it's going to break the DC jack. And we explained that they're not really meant to have the weight of the AC adapter hanging from them, or be if you're in a rocking chair, is what one person likes to do. So hey, you live on the air. You've won
nothing, absolutely not a darn thing, man.
One raisin cookie.
So there's that.
No, we had a break-in twice in a row. They got, what'd they get, like 5 raisin cookies? Anyhow.
Well, next day come in, there's 2 there, and then today 1. I don't know. It could be a conspiracy.
Yeah, it could be. Alright, I gotta mute this for a second and get yelled at. Hang on, people. I'm sorry, all right? Well, all right, look, I'm going to work on 2 things, one with each hand, all right?
Yeah.
I'll double time it.
Can you do anything with your feet?
No. No, I can't do nothing with my feet. I'm sorry, but I'll do one with each hand. Is that good enough?
Slapping babies out there, dude. How's my little upgrade?
You got to flip over to them.
Yeah. One.
Is it one? Yeah, it is. Okay. And once that's done, like, is that all it needs is up to 10? After 10, I'll throw the data back on it. Cool? Alright. Yeah, that KVM, that's awesome. I like how it flips over, that Control-Alt-Shift.
This?
Yeah, you just Control-Alt-Shift, like...
You have to know
it's just, it's like a kind of slow combination, just bing, bing, like 1, 2, 3, just count, and it flips right over. Alright, our tools...
One's waiting for the restart, the other one's installing now, it's 87%, so...
Yeah, I'll just leave that up, I'll keep on that.
So I got a whole bunch of stuff I have to look up online and find it for people and all this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get down home, see what's happening down there.
Alright, well I'll be here. I'll be up here, man, hammering away.
Oh, I love it. I do. Sometimes it ain't too bad.
Remember, the mic's on, man.
Huh?
You can't admit the liking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, it ain't bad.
Sometimes I
It's horrible.
I say it sometimes.
It's the most laboriously intensive on your brain work in the planet.
Well, I'm gonna have to say yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It does, man. It makes your, it gives you a headache. You ain't already gone.
We locked, oh, I thought we locked up. Alright, so our tool, see ya.
Okay.
Our tools are about done copying over, so that took up that time. And think, this is a USB 3 connection, almost 2 gigs, and how many minutes was that? Not impressive. Would I lay that on? And I like Lexar stuff, okay? But I lay that on this thing here. And this was a lot longer. This actually let the pieces slide inside it, so you would push it in one way, the USB-C end would be out, and you'd slide the thing the other way and it would pull USB-C in, USB 3 out. But this thing copies as slow as they come. It's awful. And my mute button does work, so I found a temporary solution. I don't like software solutions. I'm more of a physical hardware type person. We got our tools copied. Lexar, you're good. You are advertising USB 3.0, but it's got to be the cheapest, slowest USB 3.0 I've ever seen. Or it's old and worn out. I may have it broke. Who knows? Point is, we got our tools. We can plug our drive in and continue. Alright, we're going to flip onto, what is the camera on? The camera's there. We're going to go to, what were we on? We were on the right one? Ah, there we are. Okay. We need this one. That. Oh, we don't need that. We need this. Alright, we're going to fire up our old. Yes. And there we go. This is the, what, version 6? Version 6. What is it? Where is the version number in this thing? We'll flip back over here. I hate trying to find version numbers. Anyhow, we're going to do the backup. We have our drive plugged in. We know it's not that one, but we do need to look and find which drive it is. Local disk L, does that look? Yeah, we got user folder, and then we have the name, public, default migrated, and an admin folder. 11719. I wonder what that one's about. We'll just cancel that. We don't need any admin account. If it somehow got enabled, or why, we'll have to disable. Of course, I don't think this hard drive with this Windows on it's going to last much longer. we'll test the drive later and see if it passes. That's on down the line. Okay, so and none of these methods are surefire 100% the way to do it. This is how I do some stuff, not all. We decided, what did we decide that drive was? Tell me again, people, so I can get my live console back up. Local disk L. So we want L. We are on backup. It's going to pull up a list of the users here. We want this one. We'll pull up admin just for fun. We're going to go ahead and pop up a location of where we're going to store this. What is on this computer? I gotta look at the drives. So F, 2 terabyte internal. I don't think we want to go there. We'll go to, is it Benson? Yeah, we'll do Benson. How much room is on Benson? Benson was our server drive, storage drive on our server, but Benson died, so we've got enough room, depending on how much data they need to copy. 726 gig. If it's bigger than that, this ain't getting finished in this live stream. I will say that much safely. There we go. This PC. That should let me see Benson. Yes. We're going to go ahead and make a new folder. Title modules. Did it create it? It did. Okay, so let's close all these up. We have that there. That's where our backup will go. We're going to have it backed up. Can we uncheck? Huh, okay, well, whatever. If there's no check, make sure there's a check in backup in subfolder. Next. Usually you can trust software. Whenever it's concerning people's data, yeah, you could go with check all. And I do click on check all. However, I like to look through and see if there's anything obvious that isn't checked, that needs checked. We drive connections, network places. See, I wish we had the newer one. It's over on the All-in-Wonder, because that computer it's stable. We don't make changes to it often or do anything with it. It does a lot of work. My computer has went down a couple times. So we don't have the registered, or the newer software, we don't have it on here. Alright, we're going to go to next. That was the admin account. Now this is the one where it's actually going to be grabbing data. If we can back out of this, can we? How far can we go back? Previous. We're going to uncheck admin. We don't need the stuff coming from there. It didn't really have any data in the list of stuff. We'll hit our check all, but we're going to still go through the list and make sure that. So we're getting our Chrome profile, Chromium, Opera, Apple Safari, Firefox. None of those are present, so it's not going to grab anything. And yeah, there's nothing there. So we did hit our check all. We'll go ahead and hit next. Our common folder, we want to make sure that we're grabbing our product keys in that from this drive. Now if we need to we may do the backup manually later of the product keys, because there's a problem when you have a drive. Okay, when you have a hard drive plugged in as an external which we do in this case to my computer, what I've had happen from time to time is if something's corrupted on the drive I'm trying to back up, it defaults to the drive that the programs were running on, and will back up those product keys, and that don't work. You don't want to take and have your product key from your computer backed up in the file with their data. I mean, you can have it there, you can always delete it and get theirs and copy and paste it in later, but if you don't do that, then your product key's going out, and if you don't have your product key memorized, which you shouldn't need to, and you're activating it on, you know, after a couple backups of data from different computers, different people, yeah, you ended up adding your product key to the pirated list or whatever Microsoft calls it. So let's go back over to the LCD here. We'll hit next. We got quite a bit of stuff to do. We will hit launch. It's going to play a sound. Sorry for that. I don't know how loud it's going to be for you. I have no sound here. I can't have anything turned up. I could wear headphones. I just don't most of the time. Alright, we got that going. Let's go over here and do some, we're not really doing two devices, one in each hand. That was, I said it would sound great though, hopefully it sounded good. Let's go ahead and get some kind of little plastic utensil. Oh no, I go through these things like crazy, but I'll tell you what, plastic, you should be able to just hook under these and pull them off, hopefully. Am I wrong on that? It shouldn't be wrong. It should just, yeah. Yeah, they come off. So let's try and loosen this one up. Same thing, and pop it off there as well. There we go. We got that one to loosen up some. Alright. Way to go. I got stuff dinging over here. Somebody's after me. 27 minutes ago. Oh no. Alright, let's flip back up here for a moment. We know that we're grabbing, I think it was right under 4 gigs. Right over or right under when it started. I didn't catch the whole number. We're going to let this finish out. It's doing the backup. Whenever you do a backup on a drive, and this can be when it's booted in the system, or if it's booted into the Windows that's installed on it, or if you have it plugged in as an external. If you try to do the backup and you're getting a lot of errors and warnings, something you can try doing, stop that backup. Have that drive plugged in as an external on a good working computer, and do like a scan disk, a check disk, an SOC scan now on it to try and repair any errors, bad sectors and whatnot on the drive, any file like orphan files, anything that any of those 3 utilities, check disk, scan disk, and SFC / scan now, any that those 3 will repair. Take and do a scan on that drive, or doing a few scans on that drive, and then you come back and try to do the data backup. You'll probably have not 100% of the time, most of the time, if you had errors and warnings and you do those scans and it does repair some stuff and checks the integrity of everything in that, you will end up with less warnings, less errors, maybe none. I've seen that situation come to pass also. So yeah, there we have that. Already done, remaining 0 bytes. So, and there's the beep. With talking and running on, we got the side covers off on that. We're going to go ahead and hit exit over here. Let's power down the drive. Wow, even unplugging power from it has a very unhealthy sound. Alright, now that we have a data backup, if all else fails, if this drive craps out while we're trying to fix the computer, yeah. We're not going to lose everything. We should have what we needed. The only thing that backup method doesn't do is get stuff stored in weird locations, non-default locations. Like if you take and decide you're storing all your videos and pictures and music on a different drive or a different partition on the same drive, it's not going to see that. That's something you'd have to back up manually. But for your default Windows install and people, your average consumer, average user, not your power user, just your average user that has stuff wherever Windows or whatever wants to put it, it's pretty good, pretty handy. So let's go ahead and get this thing reassembled a little bit. We're missing something here. I knew it. We may have that last raisin cookie before we have another break-in for it. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll get you installed. There is that. Do we need to cover? No? No? Okay. Boy, I call that in there, but I don't know what to call it beyond that. Let's see if powering this up gets us a desired result. Hopefully not fatal error, because I don't want to sit through that and have it go 3 times. And guess what? I think we're going to power it down a couple times and see if we can get it to pull up fatal error. Now F11 should be system recovery. This is an HP. The recovery partition was still active. And it's beyond where I can boot into it. So we're going to power down, power up, and hit that F11 key to see if we can get to the recovery. Alright, F11, system recovery. We'll see if this works. It may not, depending on what the actual issue with the drive is. The main message we were getting when it wouldn't go to the fatal error on this one was a device connected to your system couldn't be detected or something along those lines, and it gave you options to go and modify settings in your UEFI firmware, which is basically your BIOS, system recovery, and a few other things. Let's see what going to system recovery, if it can net us any results. While we wait on that, we're going to do a little bit of multitasking. We'll hop on over here. We have some clicking to do here, awaiting a restart, and that, let's go to channel 2 on the KVM. I still want to get this KVM up for everyone to see. Alright, Windows installed updates on Windows 7. Let's check again for more, and we'll see where that's at. Back over. We have a black screen, so exactly what is happening, we don't know yet. But let's work on taking apart our Xbox One controller. I think this is a 1. I don't know the designation. Is it 1, 1S? And what's the Xbox One Pro or Elite? Is that a thing? This isn't the Elite controller, I know that. That's like, what, $150 controller? And the problem with this is, wow, they beat the hell out of that screw hole. We're going to melt some plastic and drop it down in that when we reassemble. That is what? By the B button. Okay. Okay, we got an AC Delco battery. It's one of the rechargeables. And here's my question. Here's what I don't know. Sorry, I should have pulled this up a while ago. What I don't know is, can you just have Bluetooth on your computer and have one of these link up and work? Yeah, I don't know. And that's what I want to know, so I borrowed a non-working one off of one of my friends, and I'm going to try and get it working and then see if you can just link it up and use it as a game controller. Granted, I could probably Google this, but the whole experience of doing it, and I get to try and fix something that I don't fix this stuff. You get to learn something, try something, get your hands dirty. All right, choose your keyboard layout. Us, right? Okay, choose an option. We're going to troubleshoot. Now, there was refresh, or reset, and recovery, HP backup, and recovery, or contact HP support, and then advanced options. Let's see what's under advanced right now. Okay, system restore was what it had recommended. And I don't know if system restore is going to work from where we are right now. I think that's more of, I don't need to move that so far, do I? Yeah, there we go. System restore may work, it may not, I don't know. I know it said to try from the install media if something didn't work and I closed the tab. If it didn't work from the drive, to do it from the install media. I'm not sure. We're going to go for system restore though and see what happens. Target operating system, Windows 8.1, sure. That would be cool too. You just push the button. If you just push the button and it mutes it, I mean that's kind of like having that up, but it's a physical button instead of a screen. But we'll go with the screen. No, I didn't select it. All right, well let's select Windows 8.1. Okay, we have something. Something so far is better than nothing in my book. All right. Going with our dates, we've got two from 2/1/19, one from 1/27, and one from 1/21. There's no super secret order to attempt these in. What I usually try to do. Oh boy. Alright. That's about as much as we can get. Is go with the most recent date. Something was installed. Windows module installer on 2/1/19. Was the computer used after that? I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Windows update. And then it has critical on the type, critical update. So I'm not going to go with the first one. I'm going to go with one from the same day, but it was a Windows update. We'll see if we can restore to back then. Oh, okay, so here's what they're telling me. The disk has errors. I need to check the disk for errors. We're going to scan and repair, which is what I already did over there. However, me shutting it off probably put some more errors there. Powering down like that, not letting it finish what it was doing. So what's anybody know about vaping? Anything? Hopefully that didn't overflow and leak. Alright, scanning and repairing while that's doing its thing. Let's jostle everyone around again. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we have 1 here in the center. How is this going to come apart? It's going to drop the motors, I think. Yep, I can see motors there, but which way will they fall? Oh, okay. Well, I kind of like that. Kind of don't. Cover comes off. And, oh yeah, a friend of mine is letting me attempt to fix this. I'm gonna, and then borrow it to see if it works. As I said, those motors, yeah, okay, of course, they can just fall out. Alright, we'll try and keep it upright. Keep tabs on them. And we've got a broken analog stick. Wow. That's a pretty big defect. I wonder if that happened when it was torn apart. 1, 2, 3. Who knows? Anyhow, the problem is the analog sticks are dead, and I can see a bunch of grit and grime and dirt in there. Are they supposed to lock out when you push them a certain way? If you push them so far without the hat on, just about, yeah, just every way I can get it to lock out. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think what we're going to end up doing is blowing some compressed air in there and maybe try and get some alcohol in on it. And get all the debris and hair cleaned out of it. These don't look like one of the rotate. Nope, definitely doesn't rotate. Okay, so we need to go a little deeper into this and see if we can pull this apart further. And if we go there and there, that should let this board come apart from that one. But is there something holding them together? Indeed there is. There are a couple points where, or at least one that I can see where it clips together. So, what do we need there? Another, is that a Torx or Torx security? Looks like a tiny Torx bit is needed there. How small? Alright, that was quick. Our device is ready to use. Windows is installing updates over here on that computer up there. Let's go ahead and hit close. I did hit OK. We're ready to restore. Let's hit next. Check the disk for errors again. Scan drive. Repair this drive. Close that dialog box, then repair the drive. Hit OK. am checking it. And if I hit OK, the window goes away. So I hit next and it pops that prompt up. Let's check disk for errors. Scan drive. Repair this drive. Close it and then repair it. Alright, show me some details. Well, you're not real good with showing details, are you? Alright, let's do this. Let's go back. We're going to hit cancel on the system restore. Troubleshoot. Advanced. And finally, command prompt. Being that we are in a command prompt, we may have to do this from the installation media. Okay, so let's do check disk. CHK DSK space / F space C colon, is that right? Or are we? Oh, we might have got it first go. We may have got it first go. 7% complete. Moving on, so we're going to let that repair go and keep on the Xbox One controller. Boy, this is it only those two? I don't want to break something. That's what I'm really kind of scared of right now, is breaking something. It looks like we have another mount point here. And now that's just going to lift up. So I need it to separate there, but possibly I have to take the whole controller out. Let's do that. I can see 3 more screws here of the smaller Torx bit, so we'll go ahead and take those out and try to remove the whole thing from the upper housing, or upper housing, uppercase. 24%, it's doing its thing. Moving along over there. Oh, we got a monitor sleeping, but this computer should be set to not go to sleep. Alright, preparing to install, creating a restore point. Let's go to channel 1 and check our Windows 10. Is it ready for restart? Ready for restart? Not yet. We're at 94% and installing. I really cannot figure out how to get this apart from here. Is there screws on the top side maybe that I didn't notice? Well, we can kind of pop that off, and that comes down here to the USB port. I think the buttons and triggers holding it in. Don't know. Let's try and get a trigger assembly off of here. Anyone that sees this has done this before. Oh, don't scream. Don't leave hate. I'm not a controller repair type. It's not my forte. and it's not even working to come off of there. It's impossible. That can't really go in and hit the board like that. Is that true? Is that a thing? Okay, no, the trigger. Alright, the trigger has a stop. Maybe it don't. Wow. Nope, trigger does. Okay, the trigger does have a stop, so it's not going to go in and smack the board. Alright. Yeah, family at Microsoft. We need that to separate right there. I can see a seam. We are going to. I'm going to use an ink pen to try and spread this gap. Sorry you can't see this real well. And is it? Yes, it is coming apart. Okay. That is doable if that'll let that board come out. Oh. Oh. Oh, I feel dumb now. Okay. Okay, so the motors hanging were causing that to not drop. But the motor wires are soldered on, so how are we gonna, can it be done without soldering? I don't think it can. People. Well, I didn't want to solder. This finished. Let's try. What did we do? We did what? Check disc? Scan disc? Maybe the same thing. Let's see what a scan SFC does. Scan now. To see if it's going to do anything. I don't know that it will. Windows resource protection cannot start the repair service. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and type exit. And now we're back here. We're going to troubleshoot advanced options and try a system restore again. Great. You know, just to unsolder, I think we can go with the low end, the older iron. We don't need the whole hot air station. Just unsolder a couple tiny wires. And that's what was taking, well, what generally would take a while. Is if we had to do a lot of soldering, we want the big station, not this little old gun. So let's go ahead and turn that on. We're going to turn her up to high, 40 watts. Man, that tip hadn't been used in a while. Well, you're going to get some use today. Casing isn't ripped, and I don't think any ceramic, if there is any in there, is broke. We'll leave it on for a minute to see if it's indeed going to heat up. We don't want to melt our screen. We've got good clearance between our laptop and our soldering iron, so let's do that. We will hit next. We're still going to try for that Windows update to restore back to then. If we hit, yeah, of course it won't. see, let's click finish. Sure, I want to continue. How much water's in there? No, not a ton. Oh, that's sweet. And is our gun heating up? It is? It's going to smoke a little bit, I think. It looks like somebody is cutting foam or plastic with this thing. Not hot enough for solder yet. Not hot enough yet, but it's getting there. It's thinking about it anyways. From 94 up to 95% on our Windows 10 update, Windows 7. It's still going to be a few. Alright, 3 updates succeeded. We're going to restart that one now. And we'll flip back over to the 10 from 7. And bang, we got an error. Alright, check disk /R on the disk. That's what we tried. And it failed. Okay, so this is the window that would come up. I don't know if we got to showcase this one yet. A required device isn't connected or can't be accessed. Recovery tools. Well, let's hit escape and go in here and check some stuff out in the UEFI firmware, which is coincidentally called BIOS setup on this screen. I'm not seeing, other than Legacy Support, if we enable that though, doesn't that disable Secure Boot? Yes. No, we do not want to make that change. Okay. Now we're going to power down before it gets a chance to start up. What? Okay, so here's our status. We've tried repairing the errors on the drive multiple times. We did it on the All-in-Wonder over there, okay? We did that. We did it when booted into the Windows recovery environment using the command prompt. And we also did it that one time with System Restore where it scanned and repaired, but it's saying there's still errors. where would we go next if we were going to fix this? What would anybody put their bets on? What do you do? We have their data, so at least we're safe on that, but what would be the next one that somebody would do? Would you think, it's not, I mean, it's using RAM, but it's not. Would we want to repair the drive again, scrap the drive, and just say we need a new one, or maybe try and reload the drive? Because if we reload the operating system, that could end up bad as well. We could just, have the reload go through, we boot into Windows, try and do an update, try and restore data, and it blue screens with an error. Or the computer even tries to start up and say a device cannot be accessed. The next, I think, time saver that we're going to have while using more time is we're going to pull this drive. Let's make sure it's off before we go unplugging. We'll bleed any residual power. I think we'll do a test on the drive, and this is, let's see what we're looking at here. Oh boy, a Hitachi. So I don't know if the Western Digital or Seagate software will work on this. Let's learn something together. We're going to go see if there's a tool for Hitachi. WinDFT, Hitachi hard drive diagnostic software, fitness test tools. Hitachi drive fitness test. So Win drive fitness test. Do no harm. HGST.com in the downloads section. Does this take us right there? Oh, you know it don't. It just links you to further down the page. What is it? HGST.com? Yeah, right back to Western Digital. And they're telling us to go where? Down. There is no download section. Are you kidding me? What's the program they're showing? Smart dialog. Open link in new tab. Is it just further down the page? Oh, look at that. Look. I couldn't even read the basic button. And yet, select a internal. Oh. We've got here boy, what are our HK 75640 HK 7, yeah, I'm not seeing it. Alright, so coming up with what this thing is compared to that list they're asking. There's no match. Alright. Mobile laptop, automotive, Z5K, 5K 750. Yeah, those are Death Stars. No, that's yes. No, 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 no. Alright. Let's go to WD hard drive tools. All this stuff hasn't been set up again since this computer went down. Data Lifeguard Diagnostics. What is it? Users yeah, sure. Extract. When showing the folder, what? Version 1.6. I think we already did this, but let's. Oh, duh! It's not. It's not in a folder. It's a program. No wonder I can't find it. There it is. All right, run it. And next. Okay, next. I'm gonna let that install. Back to it. Can we melt solder yet? Are we up to some kind of temperature? Honestly, I don't think this gun has it anymore, or this iron. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a big fat no. Okay, if you hold it there. Oh boy. Let's go with off. We're gonna let that cool down. I can't do it. I can't purposely try and wreck something. Right? You know, that's not what you do. You don't try and wreck something. Oh, I hear doors. They're coming to get me. Oh, it's the neighbors. Where am I at? I'm on LCD, but I want to close that out. There's the window I was looking for. Where did it go? There we go. Now, can we see? There's our Hitachi, and it passed. It's passing whatever. Smart. Please close any other program using, well, we're not using, but we'll still close them. 2 minutes on that. Oh, it's gonna bump down like crazy. Alright. I think we're going to make a foam cutter out of this thing if we can. I don't know if it gets hot enough to cut foam. I'll tell you what, it's definitely not going to unsolder or solder anything for us. We will let's just pull over our actual rework station. It's got some pretty quick heat to it. Should we find ourselves in need, and we do right now. Let's let this heat up and we can get those motors unsoldered. So let's look at this now. The little one is on the right. We've got to do a white wire. Yeah, white wire, black wire, and a red wire to get this board out. Am I missing that? Does this open up, unmount? No, it looks like a solid piece. So we're going to go ahead and desolder this to remove these motors. Windows 10 has, it looks like a Windows Defender update, and then it can be rebooted possibly. Look at that, a few seconds and this gun heats up. If you've ever wondered the difference, and I'm not saying this is some great brand, Z-E-N-Y, Zeny, it's not like a Hacko soldering iron or what, I forget the great brand of rework, hot air rework station, or the combo units where it's like 3-in-1, 4-in-1. But if you've ever wondered if it was worth buying something like, this is a 2-in-1 with hot air and soldering, versus buying one of those little irons from the hobby, the hobby shop or an electronics, store, whatever. Those are good for some things if they're not broken. They do get hot. These heat up much quicker. So take that for what it's worth. We're going to restart now on the 1. We'll switch back from 10 back over to 7. See where it's at. Has it rebooted yet? Yes. Alright. Updates were installed. Let's check for more. Alright, check for your updates. We will get this other motor uninstalled. If you want to see here, our test passed, so we'll go ahead and get that pulled out. So it's saying the hard drive is good, so going by just a quick basic test like that, I'd be inclined to say it's safe to go ahead and reload Windows. It seems pretty corrupt. The scan that I did didn't work, so and there's 1. And 2. Alright, and we've kind of got access we have our trigger assemblies taped in, but the important part is we got access to this. You know what? Let's take a look and a see. While our iron's still hot, we're going to desolder this board completely. We have positive and negative where the motors go. Well, we're going to undo the trigger wires also. That way we have access to this board and we can take and clean it. So let's undo each of the trigger wires. Whew. This stuff stinks. Burning hair, whatever, dust, lint with a soldering iron, no good. Alright, we got that. That is free. Let's temp it down. We'll keep it handy because we do have to put it back together eventually to test it. Oh, even spinning that, you can feel that it's full of grit. How you'd go about cleaning it out other than physically tweezing all that stuff out of there, I don't know. I guess the important question is, can you disassemble analog sticks and then put them back together? They're what? Basically a potentiometer. But you can just feel that there's grit in there, like sand. It's got like a kind of grinding feeling to it when you're turning it. So are they going to work again? I don't know. Probably not. No. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 solder points to undo one analog stick, if I counted that correctly. I say what do we try, people? What do we try? Alcohol? Alcohol won't kill it. We're going to have to let it dry, and we probably will not get back to it today. But we're going to try spraying some alcohol in there. Okay, so this drive scanned, it passed. An extended test would take quite a while. Usually that initial quick test is good. I have had times, 1 or 2 occasions max, where I've actually had to go with the drive in the quick pass and then the extended failed, and it's not often that that has happened, but it actually has. So alright, we have data backup. We've got a lot of time in this. Lots of time. This was a no rush, no hurry, no nothing. So we're gonna get it back together. Can we diagnose it further with the install media? Maybe. Do we want to fight it to the bitter end? No. We're going to do a basic reload on it with Windows. Right now I'm going to check the log for their product key for the reason of, well, anybody that sees it being able to use it, we're not going to flash that up on screen. Keys. Open that. Okay, and the key that it got was indeed for Windows 8.1. We're going to go ahead, get this reassembled, and get an install going on it. Who says I'm going to knock that, that hot air station right off there? I do. I think I'm going to break the hell out of it. So we've got two computers to reassemble, and then another one. Yeah, one to reassemble, reload. One of those reassembles is do nothing. It's waiting on a battery. So we're gonna get those done and keep trying to multitask between a couple of these things to get them wrapped up. Can we get the reload on screen with an HDMI cable? I don't know. Have I tried that? I forget. Somebody let me know though. Someday somebody will let me know. Alright, so this is after everything's failed you. You repair, you restore. Okay, look. I can't say 100%, but if restore isn't working, refresh may work, probably not. And what was the other one? Backup from a system image. That may work too, but probably not. If the basic tools that won't let restore go through, like a system restore go through, if those tools aren't working to where it can restore it, and there's errors on a drive or whatever, I have usually not had luck in other areas. This passed the test. We're gonna say this drive is good for now. Let's get the bottom back on it. Do I need to put anything in here? No screws? No. There's simply just this and then the power cord and battery. Okay. Oh, we got a winner. We got a winner. I heard a truck. Whose truck? I don't know, but we got a winner. Should we install this from the optical drive just for fun? Just cuz? Just simply cuz? Oh, just give a computer a battery already. We're really running out of room on this countertop. Alright, with that I think we can Xbox One, solder, reload, and multitask a few other things with it in maybe a position somewhat like this. Let's find the there's the USB ports, they're clear. Now this computer has Windows 8.1 installed on it. We know that. That's what the product key is. We're going to skip installing 8.1 in favor of installing 1064-bit. Windows 10 64-bit. And then let me move it back in case I need a little room. F9 for boot devices. Okay, we got it. Boot from EFI file. F10 device setup option. Oh, okay, so we need, this computer has secure boot and that setup, so we need our UEFI installer, which is always fun to use wherever it may be. That's 7 all-in-one. There's our 10 UEFI. So let's plug it in and restart. Change boot device order. Is it going to see it? USB hard drive, UEFI. It sure does. Press enter to continue. Okay, so we need to go F10 to go into the BIOS setup. We're going to do that. It will not let us. We'll try and get to it from the cold restart. BIOS setup options. Okay, we need to go and disable under system configuration boot options. We're going to turn off secure boot. Secure boot's off. Let's hit escape. Exit save and changes, then F9 for what? Boot options again. Hold on, 9017. Enter. Boot device order. UEFI. Windows 10 64-bit setup. I hope this isn't the one that's messed up and errors out on us. I know we can't get that part of the installer, but we might as well try. I guess it could be different from machine to machine, correct? Let's go to the repair only and see if it can grab anything from this computer. Didn't think so. Okay. So we'll get the install going. Install now. Should I leave that up? Should I leave up the repair window and just like a mini-me window here? Will that work? 12%. Banging away at 12%. I don't think there's any more updates. I wonder if we can sell a 10 upgrade on this one. That would be cool. Not necessary though. Alright, now we're up at our product key prompt. There. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and type that in. I guess you were kinda there. Let's pull that key back up. What is that? Close. I suppose we don't have to. We're going to go ahead and hit, I don't have a product key right now, even though we do. I don't think, I don't know that you can install Windows 10 using a different key. However, once installed, to activate, if you have a previously activated key that is yours for your computer, you can type it in and activate a copy of Windows 10. 8.1, it was a home edition. We're going to go with home 64-bit. Boy, if I edited these down, we'd have like, what, a whole 10-minute video of how to do something. But it's not really how to do it, it's how to, some of it's how to do it, some of it's how to figure out what to do next. Like the hard drive test saved me a bunch of time of messing. Could it be fixed through the command prompt and booting off install media? Probably. The reload's going to save a lot of time on it. And on this job, they actually only want their shortcuts in the picture saved, but we saved everything else as well. Now that we have that data, we need to run a bunch of scans on it to make sure it is clean. Recovery, primary, recovery. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 partitions on this drive. They're all going by. Stalling out. What are you doing? System that, bang, bang, done. 1 to go. One to go. All down to unallocated space. Now we're going to hit our next and let the install begin. Where? Control board for the Xbox One has alcohol in a spray bottle. I'm going to attempt maybe the sprayer's broken? Oh no, definitely not broken. We're going to give that a bath in alcohol. It will evaporate quickly. Move these control sticks around. Worst case scenario, they're already dead and don't work. They're going to still not work. Is the worst case scenario that I'm seeing, but since we're giving them a bath and trying to move the grid out of the way by giving them that bath, we're going to go one better than that. We're going to go out and blow them out with the air compressor and blow the alcohol off the board. So, going to be a moment on that. Can everybody watch the computer? Make sure nobody takes it or tampers with the hot soldering iron that's on. It's only 100 degrees right now, but 100 degrees can burn people. Don't let nobody play with that, alright? 18%. Windows 10, Windows 7 is done. We're going to set a restore point and send that happy computer home. Oh, it's going to be loud. Too loud, too loud. Okay, and after that loud ruckus, we've got them mostly blown out. Still a little bit in there. We can evaporate the rest with some hot air. We got the bulk of it blown out. I don't think, is alcohol conductive anyhow? Maybe? We'll go with a real low temp, like 116 degrees. From a distance with as much fan speed as we can get. We'll actually take it down even lower to like 100. I just want to evaporate the rest of the alcohol, whatever. See, there's a little bit still on it in places. We're just going to take the rest off. The heat will dry it up quick. Most of it was blown away with the air compressor. to reassemble slightly and solder it back together. Ah, that's the secret there. Okay, okay. That I can handle. Okay, so there are two spots. I didn't notice it at first. There are two spots that clip in. I just could see this black one. This other one's a little buried when you're looking in there, but these two do have to clip in and line up. So let's go ahead and line the one up, and we'll check the other one as best we looks good. I mean, this here, what I'm doing here, is in no way whatsoever meant as a how-to. I have no clue with what I'm doing here, other than trying to clean something. Alright, we gotta put our wires back on. Let's get the soldering iron. That's what, hot air off, soldering temp up. People, can you tell me where these wires were? I mean, the negative positive I got, they're marked, but which ones were where? I ain't got the first clue. I got no clue. And 1 and 2. Positive is on top. Oh, it's opposite. Okay. Well, I get it. We'll do it that way then. So let's do our negative wire first. I think we need to celebrate and play a little bit of a game today. Can I put the sound? Yeah, I can put the sound out. Why couldn't I? And lastly, what's next? Motors. The little one was on the right. And what was I saying by the B button? What was by the B button? I don't have it. Oh, the screw hole by the B button was the broken one. We're going to melt plastic and put in there if we can. Really now? Nope, they're under it. Okay. Let's check our repair. It's getting ready, but it doesn't actually have any display yet, so. One motor to go and we can shut down the rework station. That's hot air and soldering. I guess that counts as rework. You're reworking stuff with it. We're building new, right? Right. Okay, and we want positive up top, so we'll give a little twirl, spin, and put them over this way here. Stuff moving along. We may finish up 2 devices tonight. If the Xbox controller gets working, that'll be 3. I doubt it, but it was worth a shot. Now, can we switch to the quicker hand and put little blips of new solder on them, and then we'll remelt it all later. Probably not without the wires popping up, I'm guessing. I think we got that. Nope. It's like I thought it would come up. And it did. Let's grab our wire. Alright, soldered back down. Alright. Let's attempt to reassemble and see what happens, right? See how bad is this going to turn out for us? That's what I want to know. There we go. That's better. Better. And the one by the B button is the one that's broken. Oh my, yes. Very broken. I don't even know if it's repairable. super glue. Alright, we've got a restart on one. Do we have a display yet? Can it clone it after it's installed and booting? Or no, because it's never been set up? Yeah, I think it's time for some new super glue, people. This tube is dead. Bad idea. Bad idea. If it got it open, not so bad, and it indeed did. So that's the thing, why do people keep dinging phones? And it does no good. Alright, we got plenty of glue in that one. That's 1 out of 2 that are broke. We'll put some glue in here just to help hold the screw in. Will it come apart again? Sure it will. This one's even cracked in the middle. And yeah, it's time to be done. Time to be done with this one. Okay, so we have Windows booting up there, and coincidentally up there on the monitor. You just can't see that. There's our glue. What are we going to glue that we don't want to? That's the only question. It's going to be right. The buttons ain't that big, so it don't matter. I'm going to knock that one spot off of there with a Q-tip though. Alright, there you have it. Officially out of Q-tips. Let's put our hats back on our analog sticks. We didn't put any screws in internally, which is a bad thing, I guess. I guess we should do that quick. How would I do that? This comes back off, just... Oh, yeah, we're good. It just lips right off. Okay. We're kind of racing super glue right now. We got with one here, and then we got one on the other side, and then I believe we're safe to actually reassemble. Okay, that will keep the two boards from separating on us, I guess, internally. Our thumbsticks are on. Now we need the bottom controller on. I'm not going to de-dirt and de-hair this thing. That will be a project for another day, if it even needs to be or wants to be done. The main object is to see if we can get it working. If it's not working, then what's the sense, right? Come on now, even I know it goes together better than that. What am I missing here, people? Do you have to hold the triggers in to assemble one of these? Alright, so that would appear to be it. That's it. Oh. You infernal thing. Yeah, something is just not quite jiving. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, one of the contacts was not where it was supposed to be, thus not letting it sit together properly. Got it now. Alright. Now we need the trigger unstuck.
Hi there. I'm Cortana.
Hey, Cortana. Alright.
A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
What do we say? Do we silence
If you need
this?
an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control.
Nothing against you or women, Cortana, but I can't do that. I mute it every time. It's not that much fun to listen to. Okay. Trigger, wires, motors. Alright, let's throw the one to the center, correct? Okay, United States. Soldering iron completely down. Yes, that's the right keyboard layout. You can officially skip that one too. We won't really need nothing to do with it right there. Okay, that tightened up. By the B button was more glue. Okay, let's go over there for a moment. We've got to type a password here. Okay, and we're back. We're back. This has been a long after hours. I am going to cut it off. We're going to see what we get done. This is... Alright, disconnect. We can go next. This is after the end of the day workflow. Kind of playing, kind of not. We're doing some stuff. Let me... There's 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. We're going to try this out and see if we can get it to sync up. I have, and strictly over Bluetooth, I think was my goal, because I have only Bluetooth on my computer over here that does the streaming. Let me think about this. Wait, do I have anything? No, nothing Bluetooth for the stream. So we should be able to hopefully add a controller, correct? Yes, no? Okay, let's get this and our other AC Delco battery out. That's still cooling down. We're going to leave it on until it cools down and is at a nice stable 100 degrees as to not burn up our soldering iron. And another thing you can do with your hot air, if you have a hot air station or a rework station, anything such as that, let it on after you're done using it and that temp's winding down, cooling off. Let it run. It's not going to hurt it to run for an extra 2 minutes, 5 minutes, even 10 minutes. I would say 5 minimum to be safe. Let it run with the fan. Like let it run for 2-3 minutes with it full blast, cooling it off, then turn the fan down like halfway or the rest of the way after the temp's been turned down to finish cooling off the element in the gun. And when it's at a nice stable 100 degrees with the fan on the minimum speed, then I would consider shutting it all the way off. Same thing with soldering iron, although it don't have a fan. You kind of gotta, I think that's right. I'm following the negative and positive that I grew up with batteries, unless they've changed polarities. That's the new thing, 2019. We're going to start changing polarities. Oh, that's right, I lied. I did say we're going to do one other reassembly. Alright. I just want to play some Mario. And if we can do it with an Xbox controller over the 8-bit though, even though this will go much better with Super Mario World, this would be kind of cool if we could do that too. I think alright, we got power, so we did something right so far. We're going to press and hold our sync button. Can we get something flashing differently? By holding that sync button, does it even click? Okay. El Computer. Let's go to the tooth blue. Tooth blue over here. Add a Bluetooth device. Add a Bluetooth or other device. Just, whoa. Yes. Turned on and discoverable. I don't know how to, did it switch off or my battery's dead? Is that discoverable? I really don't know how to do it. Okay, let's cancel that for now. Make Xbox One controller discoverable with Bluetooth. Look, they even have directions. I just want to know how to make it discoverable. So it says it can be done. The Xbox button on your controller blinks slowly and is unresponsive when using Bluetooth. Go to Settings, Devices, Bluetooth, select Xbox Wireless Controller and select Remove Device. Press the Connect button on your controller. Okay, so you press, maybe I press the Connect button. Let's go back to my tooth. Is that the Connect button? Which one's Connect? I'm just going to start hammering buttons. It's not that, it's not that. Is it that? I think I'm out of buttons to connect here, people. definitely. I don't think this thing's going to be seen at all. Let's try holding it in. Well, there we have that. No luck in getting it to connect. Bluetooth is not seeing it unless it's one of these other buttons. Connect button. What is it? What is it telling me here? Okay, Xbox One console. Not supported. Xbox wireless controller only. Xbox. So apparently this one may not be. If it's from an Xbox One, it's not a via Xbox wireless and USB. Okay, so yeah, this is not happening. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that connect button is bogus and not happening. I will check one more time on the Bluetooth. Let's hit cancel. And have it check it again. We did hit the connect button. Yeah, not going down. Alright, 8-bit though to the rescue. We have another thing to do though. We got to reassemble this other computer. Boy, really amazing that you guys can't see that yet. I have to configure it. I have to configure it for you to be able to catch the HDMI preview. Amazing, simply amazing. Alright, we're not going to do it, it's just the setup. And our battery works, so we can move this out of the way. We're going to move it and get it plugged into power. Oh, snack. I was just getting hungry too, for like something to chew on. So that's pretty good timing of finding, or remembering that we have the remnants from the raisin cookie burglary that happened. Alright, our soldering iron's down, everything's down, switch it off. Switch the main power off, and it's good to be moved back to home base. Awesome. We should call the other guy. He does the setup. Does the setups. We'll have him come up and do the setup. He can just take over We'll do like a 12-hour thing or 24-hour. No. Oh, my batteries haven't died yet, which is another good bonus. I don't think there's really somebody out there. That has to be me in the dashboard. Alright. Let's pull this awesome piece of technology back over to our bench. We're going to go ahead and work on reassembling it. It's our main objective right now. Get it done. Play a bit of Super Mario. Should we check notifications in case there's an emergency? Maybe people are trying to hunt us down like madmen. I'm not gonna peel that heat shrink because I can see that the wires aren't broken. Not in the least. They're not loose, not nothing, not no how. You know what? Maybe we should just double check. What do you think? I mean, come on, we can always reheat shrink again. Nah, I know they're not. You can kind of tell. Stuff moves separate from each other. What it's soldered to will stay still while the wire moves, and it's all moving as one unit, so it's good. It is that way, okay, indeed. That will go that way. So let's find everything that we need to connect to. Pull our display cable out. That appears to be our power button, yes. And we've got our Wi-Fi cables. Perfect. Not exactly, but... and there's one of those broken mount points that I like to refer to. Good. Good. Wi-Fi is silver. And they only had one of them in. There's something come through the top case to hold it all together. Keyboard mount, what is it? got to be something. And the answer is no. It's a pretty blurry camera. I know, I think I'm going to quit using the GoPro. Ideally, it'd be awesome to have like 3 mirrorless cameras, DSLR, something, but that's a pretty pricey route to go just for a clear display. Did they really just flop these wires all over the place in here like this? I mean, I'll buy it, I'll route them, but... Toshiba, what are you doing? Alright, looking at the two sides, that one, nothing's ever been tightened. There's no marks where it's been tightened down against the metal contact where this one was. We're going to put it back in the original one, even though I see nothing being in the way. Okay, there's that. Flip that through there. There. Kind of going to stay out of the way. We're missing the one mount point that would keep it from this little magnet here from bouncing around and bumping into the ROM. The other thing we can do, I think we may, that'll kind of hold it. We may have to get a piece of double stick tape or just get the ROM in. Let's see how that story's gonna go quick. It's probably not good. Not good. Well, that'll go. I guess if you put it where it's supposed to be. Here. Don't do that. There we go. Much better, much better. What are we missing? What did I forget? What did not happen? 1, 2. So at most there's 2 there. Excuse me, people. I'm dying over here. Dying. Alright, we're going to go ahead and wind the screws back in the motherboard. There has to be a few that hold it. Was there? Yes. White arrow. I forget. I'd have to run the video back and watch it. Was there more than one screw holding this? Is there really that many in the bottom? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17? Okay, so that seems like the case, and that's not even 2 in the top case. I'm just going to go ahead and snap this back together. Give that lots of room. That needs to be out of the way. 100% out of the way. Really now? No, don't. That's just a press-in one. We can get around that. Yeah, that's just simply press-in. There's no lockdown mechanism for it or this one down here. What a nightmare. How can you trust something like that that don't have the... whatever. I'm not gonna argue it. I'm just gonna do. Don't think. Do. What? Oh, Pete. Where is Pete, man? We need to get Peter down here, get him on the show sometime, or on the podcast even. That would be good fun for everyone. Oh, what a wacky setup. Who does that? Toshiba, you're sick. There's no way to even remotely. Wow. Alright, a choice, not the best choice. So anybody that happens to see this down the road, if watching, you will see 100% why. If I don't answer, well, this is why, because I'm actually working, doing something. Whether it's something dumb that could look meaningless, you know, somebody probably wants that Xbox controller, or somebody wants their tablet, their broken cracked screen. It may not be important to you, but it is important to somebody else. And that's what I'm here doing, is trying to get some stuff caught up, man. That's what we do. We fake it all. Fake it till we make it. Or die trying, I guess. I don't think that's locked in, but we're gonna give it a go one time. Let's see if will this fall back together without my fingers in there. Toshiba, are you gonna laugh at me? Let me down? More than likely. That's not a screw hole, you're out of your dome. Okay, we've got that and that. For sure we need a screw for that one. I may have miscounted. If I did, well, I did. I think maybe there's one missing. I don't know. Let's start with getting this together. We've got to figure out which hard drive got set there, and I believe one of them may belong to, I thought I put it together, maybe not, but the phone call from the stream, one of them may be his hard drive. No. If I gotta pull that back apart, that's gonna be horrible. And of course we do. I think. Perhaps not. We're gonna try and not. Oh, being paged. Alright. It's the boss. Hang on, people. Alright. The boss called. How are we going to get that back out of there? Everybody knows how. Everybody knows how we're getting that back out of there. At least it happened before I ripped the ribbon cables, before I put it all the way back together. Oh, that's catching on stuff. Did I tell you why, or did I just tell you that, boys and girls, don't pull a nick. Don't pull a nick, boys and girls. It will do you no good. Hey, I'm gonna text this person because, like, I'm still waiting. Yeah, too much. Does anybody ever run into a situation where it's just too much to type? You'll tell them later. Yeah, that's the situation I'm in here. We're checking down the phone for a momento. Okay. I think we got a lot better chance just pulling the keyboard up. And we don't have to remove a bunch of crap. But oh. Don't do what Nick does, boys and girls. I promise you it will waste your time. Oh. Does anybody even know what I'm trying to get right now? I had it within my grasp. I also had it stuck somewhere else. We're gonna pull it out of here piece by piece. And if pulling it out piece by piece takes longer than just disassembling, well then, clearly disassembly was the answer, but I don't think it is. I think we're gonna get lucky and get a grab on it and be able to at least get some of it out. Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be stubborn the whole way. So if anybody don't know what that is, that's the same as what this stuff here is that's gonna be coming out. Alright, we got it. We got it scared now. It's on the run. It's on the run, people. We're gonna try and get as much as possible. And it broke and rolled. I'll tell you what though, it would not fare well to leave this in, even where it was, would be extremely nuts. There we go. That's the biggest part of it, or a bigger part of it. Okay, there you go, an old piece of tape. Let's check the fan. We have none left in there. Okay. Thank you. That could have been way worse. So that's basically, it's a piece. See this tape here? And I know it's going to be hard to see. I promise you there's tape there. It's old. It looks like masking tape. And it very well may be masking tape. But it kind of sticks different. My dad used actual masking tape for some stuff that he did being a mason. Like a brick and block stonemason, doing that type of work. It just don't seem the same as the masking tape he always had, unless he had something goofy, and that's what actual masking tape is. I don't know. But we're gonna go with guess what I found? Does it fit it? Nope, it'll just sit and spin. Nothing to do with that computer. Alright, let's get this keyboard back in and flipped over and start the reassembly again. part is. It's in and in. Feed that part in, get the sides and the top. Alright. Computer, you're holding me up from some Bonsai Super Mario World. I'll put a few minutes into that. It looks fun, but it looks frustrating. Like I've said I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not even a intermediate. I'm a little above beginner at best on some games. On some older games I'm pretty good. Rusty out of practice, yes, but still pretty good. Let me sit down for a little while and get my bearings back on some original Doom, Quake, Pac-Man. Does that even count as a game for like some of the world of today? Yeah, I don't think. There was that extra screw that I didn't count because it was stuck in the hole. So that will be the one that goes to whatever spot where I said about not having it. What is that? And why? Oh, so we have a broken piece there. Okay. So if it's a broken piece, there's no possible way anything's getting screwed in there because there's nothing to screw to. What are we going to end up with? One extra, or did I count wrong? I'm willing to bet I counted wrong. And if we have two left, they go under the keyboard. And I think yeah, we have two that will go under the keyboard. So we need to remove, how many screws hold the keyboard in, I wonder. And in what random spot are they? There's no way it's going to come out now. It's latched down, right? Oh yes, friends. So we're tied down somewhere here. Alright. Yep, keyboard got loose there. So we have one there. Is that going to let the whole thing come loose? And that one, indeed, it's fallen further out. And we have a third right here. Okay, so one out of the two goes in the bottom here. And these will go through and help our motherboard mount in place. And then one up top. And where is that? was that was in the way? That we couldn't come through. It just came through and hit the keyboard. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing there. No piece. They have a hole there, but nothing to mount to. The piece is completely missing from the plastic. Okay, so completely missing. Not much we can do. Let's get this done. One, two, three. No. Alright, battery should be on the way. Let's have some kind of system that it would lock in. I'm gonna bet it's this one and not the other one, but I've been wrong before. Okay, so we have one screw that we need. Rather than steal one, we're going to find an F8 Toshiba screw from our laptop bin. If possible. I don't even know if this is a able to happen thing. We're gonna get close though. Maybe it won't be an actual Toshiba, but it's gonna at least that's the right thread. Okay. And what do we hit if we're wrong? Nothing. It goes into empty, hollow land. Alright, there's that. Wake up. Or are you actually booting up? Alright, skip the Toshiba screw. We're going with one with the same thread count. Different size head. It will hold the door on a little tighter. Battery. This is the kind of battery. This is the one we need to order. Let's see if it has the right hard drive in it. And hopefully they don't break their charging capability by sitting in whichever rocking chair or whatever it is where it cannot possibly work out good. Boot menu, I don't know where they had their USB. Try that. Seems good so far. Alright, assembly complete. Put the tools away. Oh well, he can at least try his Xbox controller with the Xbox, even if it's not going to link with the PC and it'll link with his Xbox One. That's a thing, right? Right. Working updates 35% complete. Don't turn off your computer. We'll see where that goes. It is the right hard drive like I thought, because of the system for it to slide and lock into the tray at the bottom. It's getting late. Much too long of a stream for not a lot happening. But that's why we gotta get some more good people over here. Let's talk some people into coming over, hanging out, getting their hands dirty, fixing some stuff, and we'll have a lot of fun. Ooh, look at that monitor. Look at that monitor on camera. You gotta love the flicker. Running at 30 frames per second. We got 60 hertz panels. You're gonna see the refresh a little. Alright, well that is that. Oh, F4. Shut down and get out of my way. And that's a different thing altogether. And alright, one done. And we have two done here, minus the data transfer back. We're going to go ahead, I'll get the account set up, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I never did like doing those on camera if I have, but I do try to hide people's stuff. We don't have this guy's power supply. It's a fairly common one, a Dell one, so as soon as I get my power supply wound back up, we're gonna get off of here and get some Mario going. Maybe I'll try and play a minute of that on stream. I'm gonna get murdered first level. Just watch. Like I said, Super Mario World, you think easy, Super Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo growing up. I got one, I think, right around when they came out, if I'm not mistaken. It was the big thing, maybe that year, the Christmas before. I don't know when I got it, but I got it and it was great. Alright, plugged in. We'll do account setup in a little bit. Let's flip over to the computer screen and we will go ahead, minimize. Let's find, I don't even have a shortcut or nothing set up. Yep, we're ROMing it, people. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if you're gonna hear desktop audio with this one. Alright, my controller's synced up. First go. File, load game. I can't hear no sound though. This sucks. Let's get some wireless headphones going, so I at least have like a mono bud or a mono phone. Alright, so I've got, ooh, there's some sound. And I'm gonna sound awful, but everybody else can hear it. Let's take and turn it down. Oh! Oh! Okay. It captured my... Yeah. Alt return. That's full screen, right? Okay. Yeah, I want windowed, not... I gotta be able to leave the monitor. Alright, let's bump... Whoa. I guess whatever is representative to me is what everybody hears. We'll try that. Joypad 1. Alright, let's do it. You know what? I don't remember this being this awful before. Especially not trying to configure something like this. Okay. Well, a lot of fun that was with SNES 9X. Give me a moment. We're going to the backup plan. And this setup fairly easy. .68 degrees. Pumping heat out. Feels like it's pumping out a lot hotter heat. Well, that's what we're looking at. 404 not found. Oh, tell me I haven't been whistling this whole time when I've been breathing. That would be awful. Okay, and then we got to figure out where the other one was stored at. Let's do the count again. Okay, so we got one done. Well, okay, 1, 2, that's done. That wasn't on stream. 3, 4, 5 is over. So there's 5 total, plus looked at that. What is this, Tuesday? Yeah, not bad for a Tuesday day thing. Tuesday to night. Let's cut it. We're gonna go to the desktop and paste it somewhere out there because we'll keep it on the drive. Fine. Did I put that ROM? No. Oh, it should have been. Is it on the barra? I have no clue where I put my patched game at. There it is. I found it. Good on you. Okay. Let's try the setup for, we want large settings. There, yeah, large for the scale. Let's go ahead and do our input. We want Super Famicom controller port 1. Why not? We're going to allow input, and we're going to map out this control quick. Not with tab though. We're going to switch over there. A, where is it? Y, X, L, R. We got our select. We got our start. Do we need to save that? I don't think we do. I think it's set up. We'll be pretty good to go. Okay, library. Let's load it up. We want our desktop. Who's gonna test me on this that I don't have a Super Mario World game cartridge and a Super Nintendo that used to be gray and is kinda crazy looking. I'll get it out. Okay. Let's see what it's gonna sound. Oh yes. Nice and slow. Ooh. Input Windows. Now we gotta decode audio issues because it's definitely glitching out. What fun, isn't this fun? Oh, would that be it? Let's find out. Well, that's better. Now we gotta fix the video. Boy, that sounded right, didn't it? Folks, it's not even close. So one's gonna play it, but you can't control it, and then one will. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm going to say that it may play fine without, oh, I'm a big dummy. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Here, we've got a laptop. I think the stream and trying to do it all at once, not gonna happen. I don't know. When it comes to what you can do together, I understand that sometimes, but not like, why can't I play a game and stream on the same computer? Can I tweak that any? I don't know. F1. Okay. Nice. All right, we're gonna let Windows get ready for a moment. Oh, what a nightmare trying to even have a little bit of fun. See, even that, at that, it's work. Now let's see what lesson we can, or not lesson. What learning experience we can pull out of this, okay? On one hand, we've got, what do we have over here? 7th generation Intel this way, in the desktop. 7th gen Intel processor with an NVIDIA graphics card, and then we have a 6th generation Intel mobile with Intel graphics. Or not even. Not even. It's gonna be maybe 5th gen? Yeah, I don't know. Let's get this guy booted up though and get off of that. We will go to repair. I don't think, yeah, don't have. Whenever you want to do something, that's when your computer always takes the longest. If you're trying to show somebody, or do this, do that, have fun, it's always, always, always a nightmare. Alright, computer, start up today. Start up today would be nice. I don't think I want that much, even though if I can send it out to the cam link, yes, to the cam link. Recording, we need that one enabled. Hit OK. I almost don't believe that the batteries lasted this long in these battery packs, unless they were fresh. Custom scale factor is set. Let's detect, did not detect another display. Whatever happened to the good old display settings? Boy, that crashed out pretty poorly. I think maybe I had this trouble with this before where I could not connect the laptop to the cam link, which would make it pretty dang dumb. Like, it can do a wireless display, but it can't run out the HDMI port unless it's just running to well, pretty interesting. So it cannot go to the cam. Hold on a minute here. We're doing this. Alright. We're not dead yet. We're gonna be. Ha ha ha. Okay. Don't be dumb, Nick. Don't be dumb. You. Let's try it here. Get out of their USB. Get in. Who are you? for the controller. It's not on. Let's turn it on. Alright, and it's on. Let's fire up Higgin. And if this fails here, I'm simply done. Like, simply, I'm done with it. Sure. Looks good. Yeah, if this fails, I'm just completely done. We're not even... Are you gonna get to hear the sound? I don't know. Super Famicom. Let's map this out quick. B A Y X L R. Select, start, allow input. Sure, looks good. Default. I think we want 44.1 maybe, because that's what I have it set up for. We're doing the podcast, so let's try it. Let's load that game from the desktop. I'm not going to perfect, or will I? Because it's getting captured. Yeah, I don't think it's going to play Boys and Girls. Yep, not gonna do it. Yeah, none of this is gonna make a bit of difference. So we're not even playing this. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't have a computer here. It's not gonna play when we're streaming on, for whatever dumb reason. watch it go once I unplug the HDMI. How great would that be? I could at least play. Or just maybe I need something with more oomph to it. I mean, that's totally possible too. Yeah, no, it's not going to play. Well, guess what? To play my game, I have to go home. And hopefully it plays on that computer. If not, well, I'll see you back here another day. We're going to clean up and get out of here. It's been a day, let me tell you. The day you can't play a Super Nintendo emulator. I mean, maybe it's a bad copy. I don't know. SNES 9X will play it, but I don't think we can get the input. The input programmed, because it's so buggy with programming an input. Boy, if we can get one program though, that's gonna be like the big hit. That'll be great. We'll play the game, but I doubt it's like I have absolutely zero hope of this actually setting up. When stuff starts failing miserably, it's time to call it quits for the day, wrap it up, go home, go do whatever else it is that you got to do. Or, can you use, did they make controls for? Are you kidding me, right? Yeah, this is the same thing it did when I tried to set it up with SNES 9X at home. The 8-bit controller would occasionally sync with its own base unit, but it just absolutely refused to set up. It would it would time out before turning on and actually doing what it's programmed to do. There, we got a sync. Maybe. Let's cancel and let's go into it with the one try that you get. Yeah, see, they already have up, left, down, right, B, A, Y, X, start, select, left, right. Okay, we got that. Oh, did we get to hear it? Did we get to hear it? Ho ho ho. Now if it works. Damn it. I don't want to configure, I just want it to work. Got it. Nope, didn't get nothing. Help. 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 It's like magically I'm hoping somewhere there's a place that's like enable controller. I'm pretty sure when you set it up it should just work. In my experience, when Tim and I played Ninja Turtles on the stream, it just worked. Like, it worked marvelously. We had two different controllers. I had a USB wireless one, and Tim had, I think, a wired Xbox controller or something of the sort. And did it work great? Oh. Uninstall. Yes. You heard it here first. Oh, Xbox 360. No, it's not. It's really not. Alright. I call it quits for real this time. No Bonsai Super Mario. No Bonsai Super Mario World. Controller down. Mic going off. Everyone have a good evening. My back's broke for the day. I'm done. Cashed out. Devices need powered down, restarted, data transferred to them. My computer even needs restarted from a controller that didn't need removed that did. End of day. Anyways, have a good evening. Thank you for hanging out, getting your hands dirty in after hours. I never want to do long stuff like this, but hey, what it takes as long as it takes. Especially when you try to waste an hour doing something dumb. I don't even know how long. If you liked any of the content or find it useful, entertaining, laughable at best, give a like, subscribe. I'm gonna shut down my crap computer. Oh, and I will be back tomorrow. We're gonna try and do an open hours. Open hours to hopefully be entertaining there too, or get laughed at, one of the two. Anyways, thank you. I will see you.